Hi guys, this is the CCG Collector. When I'm trying to fill out my collection, there are a couple of places I go to get new Star Wars cards. On rare occasions I'll go to Amazon, sometimes I'll go to sellers' websites, but for the most part I get my single cards on eBay. Now there are a couple of sellers on eBay that I go to consistently because they either always have the cards I want, or they have good prices on the cards, or they have extra stock that they don't list on eBay and I can contact them directly and find out what they have. But one of the sellers that I purchased from recently is one called Jabbasbounty. So today I'm going to be reviewing kind of what he does, how he works, and what I think of him. Now here's a collection of cards. You can see right away that it's sealed up pretty nicely. Looks like we have a top loader here. Sheet of, I don't know what you call this, I'm going to say thin foam wrapped around it. And of course he also includes a little tag. It says Jabba's Bounty thanks you. Please leave feedback and you can email him for discounted Star Wars customizable card game cards. This is interesting. Okay. Well, this is not something I ordered from him, but I absolutely appreciate him throwing it in. This is a Hoth Revised Edition booster pack. I'll talk more on that later, but for now let's take a look at what's in here. Come on. And getting the tape off is going to be a pain with gloves, so I'm just going to, okay, so he's done a really good job here, and he's put his little tag onto the tape itself, so it's easy to pull off. I bought from him before, you'd think I'd know this. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be just examining the cards, and, Now this is interesting, because I asked him for a sealed foil Han with heavy blaster pistol, and this does not appear to... Wait, no, we're good. Okay, so here it is. This is actually an example of a card that he did not have listed, but I asked him, and he said that he owned it and was willing to sell it. So this is one of the Reflections 2 box toppers. It is a special, I guess, a premium foil card that you could only get from those booster boxes. You see this one is still in its plastic wrapping. I will set that aside. I'll deal with that later. But it looks good. Looks perfectly sealed. Good stuff. Alright. Now all these cards except for one were listed as near mint or mint. One was listed only as near mint. So we'll just see what's wrong with it, if you will. Okay. This is near mint, and I have no reason to believe otherwise. Back is a little cloudy, but that's probably normal. Little bit of white freckle there, not a huge deal. Death Star 2 foil. I believe this is from Reflections 3, I might be wrong. Now, look at this. This is a foil card, and a lot of them are going to have a slight bend to them. This one doesn't have much of any, so that's nice. Sometimes you'll have sellers on eBay which sell cards, list them as near mint, and they're curved like crazy, which, strictly speaking, the condition of the card, in my opinion, is still near mint, because that refers to wear and discoloring and all that, and the wear is still fine. The same goes with a card that isn't centered well. It can still be near mint or mint even if the centering is atrocious, at least in my mind, because it's still in good condition. Anyway, Death Star 2 foil. Looks good. Now, I'm not going to really go through all of these because this isn't an unboxing, this is just a seller review. But I'll be looking at each of these to make sure that they are, in fact, near mint. Now, this is nice. This Endor cards, for whatever reason, are very difficult to find in good condition. There's one seller that I go to pretty consistently, and this seller does list things as near mint, and usually they are. But when I got a lot of Endor cards from them, they showed chipping and just weren't in good condition. So I'm very happy that this one is in good condition. Probe droid, obviously from Reflections 3. Okay, another one. And a foil Talon card. Looks good. All of them look good. Alright, now this Chewbacca's Bowcaster was listed as only near mint. Most of the time it's NM/M, near mint/mint. This was just listed as near mint. And I think, I mean, it looks really good, particularly from the front. Sorry if I'm out of focus there. I think that it's because of those little bits at the very bottom. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a little bit of white. But for a card that's only considered near mint, I am very happy with the condition of this card. Alright, back to the this Hoth booster pack. Now, my very first video on this site was opening a booster pack opening of Hoth revised cards. I had ordered a couple. I was expecting some great Hoth cards. I opened them up. They were from A New Hope instead. Someone had repackaged the cards. Well, I talked to the seller about that. He was very sorry about that. And this was from Jabba's Bounty, but this was the first issue I'd ever had from him. And he let me keep the A New Hope cards because they were still in mint condition, of course. And he threw in some Hoth revised as well. And I see he sent another one of the packs too. So don't let that at all color your judgment of him as a seller. Jabba's Bounty, I'm very happy with him as a seller. I talked to him. He made things right. Everything worked out well. He didn't know that the cards were like that until I told him. So, this is Jabba's Bounty. For single cards, he charges 64 cents shipping for an individual card. Cards besides that are an additional 25 cents, but if you have 12 cards or more, then it's a flat $3 shipping fee no matter how many cards you buy. He had this item that I didn't see anywhere else on eBay, a sealed foil Han with Heavy Blaster Pistol, Reflections 2 box topper. He had, what is this, 10 cards or so that are in mint condition, or at least near mint condition, all for reasonable prices, and he threw in this Hoth booster pack. So I'm very happy with that, very happy with Jabba's Bounty as a seller. Like that, I will leave the eBay link to it. And yeah, this has been the CCG Collector. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.